Well, what's up, subscribers? What's up, new viewers? I'm Ion Prime, and I got a really cool video for y'all today. Of course, we'll be looking at some news for today, and then we've got a really cool unboxing. And this is about all the teas that I'm going to give you of this unboxing for right now, but we'll be going over that here at the end of this video. But today, talking about Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis previews are live, and Dirge of Cerberus return? We shall see. But first up, Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis previews went live today. And for the most part, among different publications, they really enjoyed this remake of the very first Tomb Raider game. Now, there's a lot of good emphasis on the combat, which, was kind of weird in the first game, but they've taken the combat and, kept the aura of the combat from the original game, but they've been able to kind of modernize it a little bit as well. But one of the biggest complaints, though, is that, the controls really are not as smooth as you would expect from a modern game. So that's something that they can hope can get smoothed out between now and its release. But the puzzles have been expanded in the game, so that's definitely an enjoyable part as well. But I'm looking forward to it. Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, it is coming out on February 12th of next year. Should be a lot of fun for Tomb Raider fans. And if you are a fan of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, I'm one of those people. There is actually some new merch that you can pick up to celebrate your fandom. There's some shirts, collector character pins, and some cool looking keychain as well. Now, all this is up for pre-order right now at fangamer.com. Nothing seems too pricey either for this stuff, so that's kind of cool. But it's definitely some cool stuff to tide us over till we get the next adventure from Sandfall Entertainment. They say that hopefully this Clair Obscur can actually be a series of games. So we'll have to see what their next outing will be from Sandfall Entertainment. But should be pretty fun because Clair Obscur Expedition 33, good grief, such a fantastic game. If you have not had a chance to play it, go and play it. It's so good. And fans of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, they wanted some DLC, which I was one of those fans. And I don't think it really needed any DLC because I think going through the game and going through the end of the game, nothing else really needed to be added to it. There was plenty of stuff to be done in the game without needing to add some after-game content to it. But there is the possibility could get some DLC for Final Fantasy VII Revelation. And a couple of things that have been thrown around is possibly Dirge of Cerberus. Not necessarily the whole game, but kind of a revamp of Dirge of Cerberus as DLC for Final Fantasy VII Revelation. We could see. And some are saying we might be able to see like a game form of, say, Final Fantasy Advent Children, the movie. That could be kind of interesting. So, I don't know. This is just speculation stuff people have thrown out there, but that could possibly be some of the DLC stuff. They could be in Final Fantasy VII Revelation. We'll have to wait and see, obviously, but I'm just ready to get to play the game coming out spring of next year. I cannot wait till we get the official release date. Cannot wait till the pre-orders go live because I'm going to be there. And I cannot wait for Final Fantasy VII Revelation. And we're getting a remake of Resident Evil Code Veronica that is coming up next year. But one big question everyone has about the game is why they dropped the code of the title of the game. So now it's just Resident Evil Veronica. Well, Capcom, they actually answered this question during a Summer Game Fest panel, and they said, quote, "If you think about the recent entries that we've had in the Resident Evil franchise, our titles are made from a very clear and impactful naming system. Usually it's just Resident Evil and a clear or simple single word in alignment with that. When we were deciding the title of this remake, we wanted to select one word that was most representative of the game, and we thought that Veronica was the title that did that the best." Code Veronica, it's a very good game from the PlayStation 2 era, and I think this is going to be a great remake. Again, it's coming out sometime next year. We don't have a window yet, or kind of a more concise window yet, and obviously we don't have a firm date yet for the release of Code Resident Evil Veronica, but looking forward to it. Should be a really, really good remake for next year. And finally, we have a couple of gaming anniversaries for today. Capcom was actually founded today in 1983. We're talking about Resident Evil Code Veronica. Yeah, and I mean, they gave us, obviously, Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom. I mean, good grief, the list goes on and on. Mega Man, such a fantastic games that we have gotten from Capcom. But yeah, founded on this date in 1983. Now, another anniversary for today is Mario Kart 8 was actually announced on this date in 2013 for the Wii U. Yes, 2013. So that game is now 13 years old. And it's still selling to this day thanks to that Switch version. But I think it's a really good version. I know a lot of people got tired of it or just did not like it, but I thought Mario Kart 8 was a fantastic version of the Mario Kart series. But again, it is still selling to this day. It's not at the million copies a year that it was, but it still gets some pretty good numbers each year, even with the Switch 2 being out and Mario Kart World being available right now. So a couple of interesting anniversaries to celebrate today in gaming history. All right, so today, got a really, really cool unboxing for you, and I think this is an unboxing that, at least that I have not seen online, and I thought I would do it today for you guys because this is a really, really cool piece in my collection. And this would be from Limited Run Games, and this is the collector's edition for Castlevania Requiem. Now, this is the game that had Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood all on one disc. Now, it was only available digitally at first, and then Limited Run was able to get the license and put out this collector's edition. Man, it's great. I absolutely love this. And like I said, I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually unbox this, so I think it'd be pretty cool to get to see this unboxing for today. But I mean, a fantastic box that it did come in. And what's cool is that the case, the main casing of it, basically looks like the coffin that you save your game in, which is really cool. Really like that a lot. Let me move this over to the side here. But when you open the case, there is some really neat stuff in here. Okay. Well, first of all, you got your certificate of authenticity. I actually have edition number 3,372 of 9100. That is what I have for mine. And then next up, so we have just a really cool box with some of the, it looks like some replica, the original art of the Castlevania there. But of course, in this, has some really neat stuff as well, which of course you have the game, Castlevania Requiem, which I thought another little piece that came with this. Well, we'll get to that in just a minute. Hang on. So we have a really cool poster. I'm not going to unfold it here for you because you won't be able to really see it all in frame, but you got a really cool poster for it. And then you also have the soundtrack, which Symphony of the Night had fantastic music. Rondo of Blood did too. But you got the full soundtrack there in physical form. And then we'll get to this part. So let me pull this stuff out. Yeah, because that's not all to it. So we have, and yesterday, I showed off some of my favorite steelbooks that I have in my collection. And this is obviously one of them. This is a fantastic looking steelbook. There was Symphony of the Night there, Rondo of Blood on the back. Yeah, really cool stuff. And then really, really neat collector card came with it as well. Yeah, really neat stuff. Love this. Special note that's inside that as well. But here's something that's really cool is an extra piece of cover art for the disc. So that would look pretty cool. It's kind of more of a Symphony of Night themed for Castlevania Requiem, but really cool stuff there to get that extra piece. And then some of the extra stuff that you get here is usually get this whenever you save your game. And then I'll tell you what, I'm just going to pull this whole thing out here instead of trying to pop it out individually, because that'll just take a while. So let's get this out. So as this stuff falls out there. So we have the shield, and then we have a stand here that you can hold the shield in. And then these other pieces that fell out here is one is you have a replica of his sword that came with the collector's edition, and that of course can go in the stand. And then also, this is a really cool pin, which features a little talisman, which again, you can pin it however you need to. So anyway, yeah, some really, really cool stuff that was in this collector's edition for Castlevania Requiem, of course, the game, which was Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood. But yeah, this is a really, really cool collection that came in from Limited Run Games. It's been a few years since they released this, but man, this was such a really cool collection that they put together for Castlevania Requiem. Glad that I have this in my collection today. So guys, I'm Ion Prime. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button. That is perfectly okay. If you are brand new to this channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. And again, a big thank you to all the early subscribers to the channel. Thank you so much for being that subscriber and watching the videos and just helping this channel grow in its early stages here. And if you want to comment about anything I've talked about today, do that in the comment section below. Check out sources for everything I've talked about today. You can do that down in the description as well. All my sources are listed there, so you can go by and check those out and get some more details about what I've talked about. And I think that about covers it. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with some more gaming news. Thank you so much.